What's up guys, Perry from Rockville here, and today I'm going to show you how to set up your WB65KLS Metal Marine LED wakeboard speakers. They come in two colors of black and silver, but the setup for each of these is the exact same. As you can see, it comes with the two speakers themselves, 4 non-slip rubber pads, 2 with holes and 2 without, and a wireless RF remote to control your lights. Now these speakers come with 360-degree swivel mounts, so you can position them in any direction for the best sound possible for your setup. Now to adjust the position, you're first going to want to take off the top parts of these mounts here. To do that, you're just going to take a 6mm Allen key to take these bolts out. This will reveal the bolt here inside of the mount that allows us to swivel the whole speaker. So we'll just want to take a 10mm Allen key to loosen this bolt to adjust the position. And once we found a position we like, we can just take the Allen key to tighten up the bolt. You can even take these rubber pads here to place inside of the mount to keep your speakers from slipping on your bar. So you can take the rubber pad with the hole in the middle and place it on your bottom mount. This way you can adjust the position of your speaker a bit later on. Then you can take the rubber pad without the hole and place it on your top mount here. Next we can take our speaker and line it up to a spot we want to have it mounted to on our bar. Then we'll take the top of our mount and place it right above the bar here. Then we'll take the 2 bolts that we took out earlier and run them through the holes of the top and bottom mount. So then you'll take your 6mm Allen key to tighten the bolts back onto your mount, which will secure the speaker onto your bar. Next we're going to do the same exact thing with our other speaker. So now that we have our speakers mounted, let's go over how to power the LEDs. To do that, you'll use the blue and white wire here. The white wire acts as our positive for the LED lights, and the blue wire acts as the negative for the LED lights. You're also going to want to use this power connector here to connect the 2 lights so that the LEDs work together. You just want to be sure that the groove here on the connector fits perfectly into the groove on your light. So for a setup where we want to have the lights power on and off along with our amp, we'll take the white wire and plug that into the remote terminal of our amplifier and connect the blue wire into the ground terminal of our amplifier. Now if your lights are far away from your amplifier, you can use speaker wire to connect the speakers to your amp. So now if I turn on my lights with the wireless remote, you'll see that both start to flash together. Now if you wanted to have a setup where your lights stay on whether your amp is on or off, you would just run the white wire into the 12-volt positive terminal of your amp, with the blue wire staying in the ground terminal. This way you can power your amplifier off and not have any music playing through your speakers and still use the lights. Though you'll have to remember to turn the lights off each time, which you can do with the wireless IR remote. Speaking of which, we can use the wireless remote to set the lights into different modes or colors. As I mentioned before, you can use the power button to turn your lights off or back on. The demo mode makes your lights flash between the colors of red, green, and blue. You can also use the speed buttons here to slow down the mode or speed it up. You can use the up and down mode buttons to set the lights into different modes, including the standard color change mode, another color change mode with additional colors such as yellow, purple, light blue, and more. There's also a strobe mode with your standard colors like red, green, blue, etc. There's also a pulse mode where the lights pulsate between all the different colors. And you can also set the lights into the preset colors of red, green, blue, yellow, light blue, purple, or white. And you can also use the up and down brightness buttons to adjust the brightness of your lights. So now to get the speakers to play some music, we're going to connect the red and black wires of each speaker to the terminals here on our amplifier. And like I mentioned before, we can use additional speaker wire to connect our speakers to the amp. So I'm going to take the red positive wires and plug them into the positive terminals here on my amp. Then I'll take the black negative wires and plug them into the negative speaker terminals of my amp. So now we have each speaker connected to its own channel on our amp, and if you're using a 4-channel amplifier like this one here, and you have 2 more speakers, you can connect the other 2 speakers into the other 2 channels on your amplifier for a bigger setup. So I have my phone connected to the amp through Bluetooth, so I'm gonna play some music for you guys so we can hear how the speakers sound. Okay, here we go. So hopefully this showed you guys how easy it is to set up your WB65KLS 6.5-inch Metal Marine LED wakeboard speakers. But of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support team through phone or email. As always, I'm Perry from Rockville, and we'll see you guys next time.